Hey, you're listening to The Good Pod Guide with me, Lauren Windle. I'm going to give you the lowdown on some of the biggest podcasts, as well as some hidden gems to help you find your next great listen. I haven't been on holiday for a while and I am really missing it. And anytime I just want that nostalgia feeling of being on holiday, I go and smell my suntan lotion because that is instant beach. I'm telling you, if you're like, oh, I've forgotten what it's like to go on holiday because you haven't been away for a while, go and smell your suntan lotion in your like every now and again when I travel drawer, which has got like the dresses or the clothes that you literally would never wear at home, and your plug adapters and your suntan lotion and anything else. Oh, I've got an aeroplane pillow, which I keep in there. So that's pretty good. Anyway, my favorite thing about being on holiday is that bit between being on the beach and going out at night when you get all that sand off you, you feel really fresh, you have that second shower of the day. That's like the only time that I shower twice in a day is when I'm on holiday. You shower in the morning and then you shower as soon as you've come off the beach and you just feel so fresh and amazing. Also for me, because I'm super pale, that's when I find out whether I have tanned, burned, or look exactly the same as I did when I started, which is always an exciting game of Russian roulette for me, because you just never know which way it's going to go. And you only realize once you've had that shower and you've started to get ready for the night out that actually you've got a massive big red burn mark across your back with like a strap going through it, which is really fun. So today we are talking about holidays. We're talking about Alan Carr's Life's a Beach, in which comedian Alan Carr invites famous guests, often other comedians, on the show to discuss their best places in the world. And you can expect lots of chat, anecdotes, and a fair few laugh out loud moments. He's had Robbie Williams on, who is a celebrity, but technically not a comedian, although he did famously describe watching his wife give birth as like watching your favorite pub burn down, which I think is actually pretty funny. So he definitely has his moments. But there are also real life comedians like Michael McIntyre, who I actually haven't heard from in a while. So that was nice. But also I say that like he's my mate. It's not like I'm expecting him, you know, he hasn't left me on red and I'm waiting to hear from him. I just don't think I've watched him in anything recently. And yeah, so nice to have him back in my, you know, mind. What am I talking about? Sorry. Tom Allen was one of his guests that I was listening to, and he's also presenter of the Great British Bake Off, The Professionals. And he told this story. Oh my days, it is the stuff of nightmares. He was in a resort when a woman started drowning in the jacuzzi because her hair got caught in the pump. And like he told it in obviously acknowledging that is a really serious like life or death situation, but the girl was fine. They had to cut her hair, and somebody did get in the pool and, you know, do sort of mouth to mouth in order that she could keep breathing whilst they sourced the scissors and things to cut her hair. And they talked about it in quite a lighthearted, funny way. But I'm telling you, that has haunted my mind ever since I've heard it. And I'm never getting into a jacuzzi again without a shower cap, because that is the sort of thing, just thinking about it makes me feel sick. He also had Ramesh Ranganathan on, who, and this isn't the first time I've seen their dynamic together, him and Alan Carr, because Alan Carr featured an episode of Rob and Ramesh Versus, which is an incredible TV show. And that's where Rob Beckett and Ramesh Ranganathan go off and try things like different sports or things that scare you. And in this episode, they tried being drag queens, and Alan Carr sort of helped them, guide them through the process. And it was genuinely laugh out loud TV. If you haven't watched it, honestly, I think possibly that episode alone, and maybe the one where they're trying to model in New York with David Gandy as well. Oh, and maybe the one where they meet Anthony Joshua as well. Honestly, just watch the series. I was crying at times. Their dynamic is in full force again in this podcast, with Ramesh speaking about the traveling that he's done with his TV show, as well as his trips to Cornwall and Sri Lanka. And he makes a pretty strong case for Centre Parks, which I am going to later in the year, and I cannot wait. At the time of recording this, Alan had only done one season. So there's not that many out there yet. And episodes vary from sort of half an hour to an hour long. This is easy. If you just want to kick back, have a laugh about literally nothing in particular, this is your podcast. In the next episode, I remind everyone that Richard E. Grant was so much more than just the band manager in Spice World the movie. And I review the podcast Penguin Podcast UK. For more info, check the show notes. And if you've enjoyed what you've heard, like, subscribe, and leave a positive review. We greatly appreciate it.